This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down! Blue 80!
Mike Fofo.
Watch the pass! Watch the pass!
Check now.
Raider 1.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a third and long.
180! Watch, slide down. Watch the twins. You're mine. Get set. Hands up.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. On third down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 48 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Down. 180. Let's go. Check. Who's right?
They run again on first down. Martin. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Who's right, Chief?
From the pistol, they'll run with Martin. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
What now? Blue 80. Raider 9. Let's go. Let's bring it. Purdue. Check.
Here's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a handoff running left. This is Williams. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Bill, 180.
Mike Bo4.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You play Monday. You think you gonna get this?
Shift.
Hey, Raider 2.
44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike.
White.
Here we go. Let's go, D.
To throw, it's Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, we're good. 180.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
He's checking. Crash.
OP.
Now Carr. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. As mentioned, here's the younger brother of Dustin. This is Brenton Colquitt to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the... That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they've ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Carr, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now Williams. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Yellow. Come on, Eddie. Practice 15. Attack, attack.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Scene 6. Check. 59. 59.
Right side.
Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Reggie Ragland able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr, he's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Sound! You want it, 6-18.
44, Mike, 44. Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr, he's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Jim.
Express.
Carr now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
15.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now if we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
On first down, Carr. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 24. They start the second half here with Williams. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight end. Yellow. 4 down.
Again, it's Williams. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down. 44. Mike. 180. 180. We're good. 180. Switch. Hey, 734.
They try to fire up the running game with Martin. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
He's checking Crab.
Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete here.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Anthony Hitchens able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They do go for it. It's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Here's Carr to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Anthony Hitchens. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Later one.
Bobo's the Mike. Mike's Bobo. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Hey, Charlie.
44.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr, and this is incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
I got one.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. Anthony Hitchens. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Yellow.
Here we go.
Yellow.
Check 59. 7. Let's go.
59. Mike to 59.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike, check. 59.
There we go.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I got him.
They try the left side here with Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Switch. Trial. 64. Weak. Check 3.
They run it again with Williams. And he stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4. And now it's 4th down. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, third best in the league, and they're going again.
54's Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Let's go. Share.
From the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure, they got him again. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
29.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr going up top. This is caught at the 20. A big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Check 31.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Brian Grant, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Express.
To throw again. Carr. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Carr again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Hopkins' kick is no good. It's wide to the left. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
You bet. Hey, 15. Collect. Check 25.
Now here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. The 20, 10, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.